Hi guys, and welcome to a walk around of a two-bed apartment that we're just taking on here on the Torre Golf Resort. It's a second floor corner unit, just this one up here. I'm standing literally just by the large kind of communal pool area and gardens area, which is literally just in front of this property. This is, if anyone knows the resort, this here is Abadeco, sorry, and this is Arenki. So you're in that square, which is literally very, very close to the town centre and supermarket. So you're within a few minutes walk, basically, of both. You've got two large adult communal pools here. You've got like a little jacuzzi section over here as well. You've got a kind of, as you can see, they kind of put this bit for kids, this side of the kind of blocks you see there, and there's also a really a much smaller one for toddlers over there, like a little toddler pool over there. You've got tennis table stations, kids park and everything, so it's just a nice little communal garden and pool area that's literally just to the front of this property, really. So we're going to have a little walk up and see what you think. This is a second floor corner, like I say. This has got dual terraces as well, which is pretty unusual. Very few actually have that. So it's got a terrace leading from the lounge and also a terrace leading from the bedrooms at the back. So you've kind of got two kind of sittable terraces, if you like, with this actual apartment. Now, as with all apartments on the Torre, you have underground parking and lift access from the underground parking to every floor. Okay, obviously that's the staircase up. I'm going to take the lift just so you know it's actually there and it works and everything is good. Obviously the maintenance on resort is excellent, as anyone who's ever been here knows. You've got gardeners on site 24/7. You have cleaners that do regular cleans of the staircases right up to your front door, basically, including your kind of underground parking. So everything is kept on top of extremely well here, and that's throughout the resort. You could say that about literally all of the resorts that we've got on our site, but the Torre is particularly well maintained. So this is the apartment here. Okay, so it's actually opposite the lift. So let's go in, have a walk around, and see what you actually think. So we've had a couple of these over the last month, I would say, both sold now, because these are a great space inside. They are really kind of big, and this one's a corner one, right? So you've got that extra big window over here as well, which is great. It just makes this room so bright. And like I say, these are great sizes. The footprint of this is good. It's quite a bit bigger than standard. So like I say, you've got this big window over here, only because it's a corner unit. You've got the big doors leading to I'd say probably is what was regarded as the main terrace over here. Kitchen just to your right, so that's the first thing we'll head through to. So it's like a galley kitchen, but it's actually a lot wider, as you can probably see. It's a lot wider than standard. It's a great size. You've got your fridge freezer here, of course, and then they've just added a little shelf there so you can put the microwave out the way. Obviously your oven, hob, hood, all in. Now they have made a few little changes. Well, they've made the changes has been the worktops, right? They've actually changed all the worktops, and blimey, I've forgotten what they're being called. Would you believe it? They've basically changed the worktops and they've changed the handles. That's what the word I was looking for. It's also a glossy look as well. So I think they've actually changed the actual unit itself. They've kept the original carcass, which is what a lot of people do now. So they've basically changed all the actual doors and the actual worktops. So it just kind of spruces it all up without the need to fit a whole new kitchen. Looks good. And then with this style, it's also got a separate utility. So your utility comes off here. And this, of course, is where your washing machine is and also where your boiler is. And of course, just a place to stack all of your mops, buckets, things like that. Coming out of the kitchen, back to the lounge. Yeah, just really nice and bright. You've got an AC unit up here, which is the original. So that's AC only. Don't forget, on La Torre, you have gas central heating throughout, right? That's on everything on La Torre. And that's mains gas, not bottled. Right, let's have a walk to the rear of the apartment. So you've got like a really nice wide kind of hallway leading up to the other rooms. You've got an additional wardrobe here, an additional big wardrobe here, and like so many other people do, this has actually had a lock put on it as well. as you can see just down the bottom. That just basically means, especially if you ever rent the property, you can turn that into what you call an owner's cupboard, right? So you can put all your personal stuff in there, lock it up, and it just means no one can access that. It's a great way of doing things, because then you can rent your property out, of course, as standard, but it just means you don't have to keep taking your own stuff out all the time. So you can just put it all in the lockable cupboard and leave it there. So first room we hit on the right hand side is the bathroom. Okay, nice, great size. Again, because it's a corner unit, you've got the big window there. Full-size bath with a shower screen. Obviously, this has been replaced. The sink kind of cabinet unit, all of that's basically been replaced. The mirror, of course, has been replaced as well. Your towel heater over here, which is connected, of course, to your central heating. Toilet here. The bidet probably would have been there, but they've taken it out like so many people do, just use it for other bits and pieces. So yeah, all nice and clean and tidy. I've actually noticed they've actually added shutters here as well, which is quite unusual, because these would never have had shutters originally, but they've actually added it in. So it just means you can actually pull the shutter down on this window if you want to. It's a corner unit, of course, so there's nobody can ever see the other side of that, and it's frosted glass, of course, but yeah, they've obviously done it for a reason. Maybe the sun was coming through and was a little bit too hot when they're in here. But yeah, that's just something I noticed. And then you've got two rear bedrooms to the back. Okay, so they're both very similar sizes. So as this one is straight ahead, we'll go in this one first. And as you can see, it's set up with two singles. Got your fan light in there. Small TV over here. And then, of course, this has direct access out onto, like I said, there's two terraces. So that has direct access out onto the terrace from this room. Inbuilt wardrobes, as always. And again, you've got an AC unit up there. Now that's a newer unit, so that is, I can confirm it, but no, much more than likely that will be a reversible unit, an inverter, so that will be heating and cooling. Like I say, you've got central heating throughout as well, so it's just an option that people can use the heating from their units, if they so wish. Coming out of this bedroom into bedroom number 2, which is just to the left. Yeah, so I would hazard a guess that this is slightly bigger. Okay, it's been set up as a double, as you can see. Again, TV over here in the corner. Inbuilt wardrobes over here. Again, AC unit up here, which again is a new unit. Now, everything on La Torre, don't forget, they all came with AC units in the lounge, which is why sometimes you see the original units in the lounge. But they only ever come pre-installed in the bedrooms. So when they've been put in the bedrooms, it means someone's physically installed it, which is why they're always newer units. Okay, and like I say, you've got direct access again from this to the terrace from this room as well. So from both bedrooms, you've got access out onto the terrace out here, which is a decent size. Like you see, you've got a 2-seater here. Looks like it's had a bit of rain go on it, but it's yeah, it's a good size. They've obviously put the AstroTurf down. A lot of people put AstroTurf down for various reasons. One of the main reasons that I find people put it down is that the tiles obviously get so hot in summer that it's very difficult to walk on with bare feet. So that's why a lot of people do put it down. And then the view here is literally where we started from, looking straight out over the pool and the communal gardens. Not a terrible view to wake up to in the morning. And then that's obviously your door leading through to the other bedroom that we've just come from. You can see they've got all lights put in here, which I'm assuming are solar. A lot of people put them in. Okay, so back through the bedroom. Let's just close that door so we don't get doors slamming. Back towards the main terrace. Big TV here, by the way. I'd say that's probably a 55 LG, relatively new by the looks of it. Little dining table, 4 chairs over here, and then you've got this kind of wicker style kind of coffee table and kind of a chaise lounge here. Okay, let's get onto the terrace. So this is the bigger terrace. Okay, so this is why I would say that this is the main terrace. Now, in terms of orientation, if I'm standing here, where we've just came from, the back is pretty much directly north, and where we're going to now is directly south. Okay, so you kind of, which is great actually, because you can get in the sun, get out the sun. So you've got a little outside set here, a 2-seater here, single, and you've also got another larger single just over here, tucked away. That's obviously your exterior units for your AC units that are in the bedrooms. And then, as you can see, you've also got a big freestanding barbecue over here. A pull-out thing here for drying your clothes. And this is directly south, right? So this is roasting. I mean, obviously we're kind of coming up mid-November now, but when you're in the sun like this, south facing, it's hot. I feel very hot at the minute. And so what we're looking at over, we're looking over towards the kind of sports area, right? So you've got your kind of football kind of sports area over here, basketball, it's a kids park over here. Now these trees are obviously cut down every so often, they're cut back, I should say, not cut down, cut back every so often. And when that is cut back, which I believe is in the next few weeks, then you'd have direct views over towards the golf course that way as well. But nice, and like I say, the really big thing about this is fantastic orientation if you're looking for sun. And of course, because you've got the terrace on the other side, you can get in it or you can get out of it. Now, this is coming on at 99,000 euros, this one, guys. The community fee on this one is 147 per month. Okay, again, don't forget that includes unlimited fiber optic broadband at 50 megabit speed. It includes international TV stations and it includes an internal phone line. So you don't need anything else additionally in terms of kind of internet or phone systems or TV systems or anything like that. And just me, off resort, you're going to be paying 50 to 60 euros a month for that. Very, very close walk to everything, like I said at the beginning of the video. Very close to the supermarket, within a few minutes walk. Very close to the town centres, bars and restaurants, within a few minutes walk. So this is very, very central and the footprint is excellent. You've got the dual terraces, it's a corner unit, which means you get your bathroom window and also you get this other big window here as well. So it just makes the apartment really bright. And of course that main terrace is bang south orientation, so very, very warm. All right guys, any questions? Let me know.